Welcome back to another episode of the RTS podcast. I'm your host, Zion Smith. I recently started to differentiate how I look at the past, the present, and the future. I came into those realizations because I am at the point of my life where I want to develop an appreciation for the small things in the world. I'm at the point in my life where I want to practice gratitude. I want to be more graceful. Look back with no regrets. The $1 million question: what are the three differences between the past, the present, and the future? Well, in my opinion, I believe you can look back at your past. We all know the past is something that has already happened. My definition of the past is you can look back within a short amount of time. It can be 3 months ago, 6 months ago. If you're talking long term, a year ago, 2 years ago, and so on. For example, you can look back and be like, man, 6 months ago, I wasn't where I wanted to be. 6 months later, I'm here doing what I want to do. 6 months ago, I was depressed. I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I was directionless. I felt like something was holding me back. I didn't know what was holding me back, but that's how I felt. 6 months later, in the present, I found God. I improved my spirituality, my mentality, my physicality. I am in the gym more, being consistent. 6 months ago, I was not doing that. You can look back at the past with gratitude and humbleness. And when you look back at your past with gratitude and humbleness, it can make you more appreciative right now, in the present. It can make you more thankful of the hardships, of the challenges you've been through to get to this moment right now. Speaking of right now, let's talk about the present. In my opinion, I believe we all must live freely in the present. We have to. Life is too short. Life is too short to worry about the circumstances we cannot control. Life is too short to worry about a group amount of people or an individual who doesn't bring value into our lives. Life is too short for that. It is. Think about it. You are probably having some of the best times of your life this year alone. 5 years ago, you probably had friends that you thought you was gonna grow up with. You probably had friends that you thought was gonna ride along with you, be there for you through thick and thin. And then that friend probably stabbed you in the back. Let's just give out that example, hypothetically. 5 years later, are you gonna be looking back at that friend that stabbed your back? No, not at all, because you are busy developing yourself. You are busy getting to know new people and putting yourself out there. Wow. You are taking advantage of each and every opportunity that has come your way. You don't have time to look back. At the heartbreak, the disappointment. Sure, you can look back and be like, this heartbreak has made me into the man, into the woman that I am today. However, if a person has broken you and you find yourself wishing that person didn't, don't look back at the past like that while you are in your present, living your best life, living freely, trying your best to be yourself. Don't do that. Instead, like I mentioned, live freely in your present. Discover yourself. Discover new people. Discover each and every opportunity that is coming your way. Put yourself out there. Be yourself. That's what I mean by living in the present. Live for the moment. Be in the moment. Don't worry about that person that did you dirty. Don't worry about that person that treated you like garbage. And you wish that person stabbed you in your back, whip your heart out literally from your chest and ran with your heart like he or she was on a marathon. No, don't do that. While you in your present, while you in the moment right now, no, don't do that. Because the devil is gonna drag you to the past, leave you there stuck until you make a decision to come out the past and come back to the present. With a mind that isn't full of worries. That's what I mean by living in the present. Be in the moment. Life is too short. To worry about the circumstances we cannot control. To worry about what has happened to us, unfortunately, and wishing something or someone hasn't done anything wrong to us. That damn. Don't do that. Live in the moment and be yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody that you aren't. That's what the present is about. Be yourself, live in the moment. Now the future. The future can be scary. However, the future can also be exciting as well. Therefore, the future can be bittersweet. And let's get that straight. In my opinion, I believe we should look forward to the future with certainty and hopefulness. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know. But if we do right in the present, we can look forward to the future with certainty and realize I had a good day. Tomorrow, it's gonna be even better. Now, if we do something we regret in the present, we can look back, we can look to the future and be like, man, I don't know about tomorrow. I think tomorrow is gonna be another rocky. I made this mistake in the present and it can have consequences for tomorrow. That's uncertainty. Don't do that. Instead, be hopeful. Keep the faith, keep the hope in your heart. Be hopeful and tell yourself it's gonna be okay. God forgives me for my sins. I am forgiven. He will give me a second chance, and I will deliver. That's what I mean by looking forward to the future with hopefulness. Because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We can look forward to the future with excitement and have that certainty along with the hopefulness, because the future is bittersweet. And we can only keep hope alive anyway. So let's do that. Let's look to the future with that type of gratitude. Look, I believe I try to look back at the present with happiness. You can look back at those memories and be like, man, those was memories back in the day. Take me back at that time. Unfortunately, that is impossible. But still, we can look back at the present with that type of gratitude. The present, live for today, live for the moment. Don't worry about the bad times in the past, of what has happened to you, and something that you cannot control. Yeah, you can look back at the challenges and what made you into the person that you are today. That's the beautiful part about the past. Live for the moment, in the present, and finally the future with certainty and hopefulness. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, like I said, but we can do right by just making it, getting through the day in the present. That's all I gotta say. I hope this RTS podcast has inspired you to develop a new appreciation, to be graceful, and to develop more gratitude. I'm Zion Smith, and this is the RTS podcast. Always and forever. Until next time.